Hello everyone, I'm Mortgage Lender Beaver from eCash Mortgage. Have you ever had this kind of thought?
Renting every month feels like I'm just throwing money away.
But buying a home feels scary because I'm not sure if I can handle the monthly payment.
That is a very real concern, especially in places like California, where both home prices and rent can be high. Many people stop right in front of this question. So today, using our rabbit couple situation, we're going to compare rent versus buy step by step. On the left side, we have rent, and on the right side, we have buy. Let's say we're comparing homes in a similar area in California.
Round 1. Monthly payment.
First, let's compare the monthly payment. If you rent this home, let's assume the monthly rent is about $3,000. Rent is usually more straightforward. You pay a set amount every month, depending on the home. You may also have renter's insurance or utilities, but overall, the monthly cost can be easier to estimate. Now, let's look at buy. If you buy a similar home in a similar area, you are not just paying the mortgage. Your actual monthly housing payment may include principal and interest on the loan, property tax, homeowner's insurance, possibly an HOA fee. And if your down payment is low, mortgage insurance may also be included. When you add all of those together, even for a similar home in a similar area, the monthly housing payment could be around $5,000. Of course, this number can change depending on the home price, down payment, interest rate, property tax, insurance, HOA, and loan type.
Wait, rent is $3,000, but buying could be $5,000?
Then, isn't renting obviously the better deal?
If we only look at round 1, rent may look more affordable on a monthly basis, but the comparison does not end here.
Round 2. Cash flow versus equity.
If rent is $3,000 and buying a similar home costs around $5,000, that's a $2,000 monthly difference. If you save it, invest it, build an emergency fund, or grow your business, renting can be a smart strategy. But here's the real question. Where is that $2,000 actually going if it disappears into shopping, trips, new phones, and carrot lattes, then 30 years later? You may be left with nothing but debt and receipts. Now, let's look at buy. Buying a home may come with a higher monthly payment, but part of that payment may help reduce your loan balance, and over time, you may build home equity. Of course, home values are never guaranteed to go up, but with long-term ownership, appreciation and inflation may help your home become part of your asset building. So in round 2, with renting, what matters is your cash flow, and with buying, what matters is your equity and ownership over time.
Round 3. Flexibility versus stability.
One of the biggest advantages of renting is flexibility. It may be easier to move, and you may have less responsibility for major repairs and maintenance. If your job, family plans, or lifestyle are still changing, renting may be the more comfortable and strategic choice. Now, let's look at buy. If you want to move, you may need to sell the home or rent it out, and repairs can come up, and property tax or insurance may increase. But buying also gives you something important: stability. If you plan to stay in the same area for a long time, owning a home can give you your own space, a foundation for your family, and a chance to build ownership over time. So the key point of round 3 is this: renting can be a more flexible and easier to move option, while buying can be a choice where you put down roots and build over time.
Now we understand the difference between rent and buy.
But for our situation, which option actually makes more sense?
The answer cannot be decided right away, because renting versus buying is not simply a comparison of $3,000 per month versus $5,000 per month. Renting may come with a lower monthly responsibility, it can give you more flexibility, and it may let you use your remaining cash flow in other ways. Buying may come with a higher monthly payment and more responsibility, but it can also give you your own space, and over time, you may build ownership and equity. So the key question is, which option fits your situation better? And to decide whether you should keep renting or start preparing to buy, you need to know your actual numbers. How much payment can your income support? How does your debt affect your qualification? How much might you need for down payment and closing costs? And what monthly payment feels comfortable for you? But starting with complicated documents or jumping straight into a full loan application can feel overwhelming. That's why eCash Mortgage offers Quick Quote. Quick Quote is a simple first step that helps you explore mortgage options based on a few basic details. First, look at the numbers, then decide whether renting or buying makes more sense. And if you see an option or rate you like, you can move forward to pre-approval. Pre-approval reviews your income, assets, credit, and debt in more detail to give you a more realistic idea of how much home loan you may qualify for. It is not a final loan approval, but it is an important step before you start looking at homes. So if rent feels like a waste, but buying feels scary, do not sit there worrying alone. Start with quick quote from eCash Mortgage and take a simple first step to check your numbers. I hope today's video was helpful. I'm Mortgage Lender Beaver from eCash Mortgage. Thank you for watching.